As we have some festivities before today's game. Lynn Wade, number 24, coming out. As you can see some more of the Mill River players coming out, and flowers and balloons before they take on Fairhaven from Mill River Union High School in North Clarendon, Vermont. And I believe that's Allie Bird, number 19. Is Brandy Bennick, another senior, coming out. Big hugs. Caleb Plouffe, also a senior, and you see Coach Lee getting that's Haley Kachupi, number 21, with him. And again, the matchup today, as you see the crowd here and all the festivities and the balloons, and Coach Gary McDonald, Coach Mike Lee. They go through the, this is going to be Chelsea Redenis coming out, another senior. And what is the final home game of the year for Mill River? Take on Fairhaven, and they'll have, I think, one more road game, and I believe that'll be at Burr and Burt. Now Caleb Plouffe coming out, another senior. And then again, the matchup today will be Fairhaven. The Slaters will be taking on Mill River for the second time this year. The regular season winding down. We'll have the postseason pairings, possibly a home game here for Mill River. And again, one big hand for the seniors. See pictures being taken, and a good way to get this beautiful day and this great ball game underway on Munger Vision. Come back, we'll have the first pitch. Fairhaven will be at the plate. Mill River will be in the field defensively. As promised, the ball game now, and you see Amanda Lee in the circle. Really kind of had two different types of seasons this year. Early on, she was struggling to find her control and eliminate a lot of walks in the ball game, and she's done that now. And now she's becoming a dominant pitcher in the league. She's going to have senior Caleb Plouffe behind the plate. That's been the battery for most of the year. She did battle through a small injury, and that brought Bennick in to pitch from third base for a little while. And I'll set the batting order for you. I'll go with the first four. Allie Mancuso for Fairhaven will lead things off, then Megan Wooster, Brooke Ryan, and Brittany Murray. And after the first pitch, I'll get ready to set the defense out there for Mill River. It is a very warm day, a summer-like day, very sunny. And it is breezy, and it is always breezy at Mill River. But I will tell you, at first base is Allie Burden defensively. Chelsea Redenis getting the start at second. Casey Dambrakis is the shortstop, but Brandy Bennick is at third base. I've already mentioned the battery, and I'll do the outfield on this next pitch. That's strike two. Taryn Redenis is the right fielder. Jackie Holler gets to start in center field. And Haley Kachupi is your left fielder. That is Mill River. That's going to be to third base. Bennick will cut it off to throw, and just did get her. Mancuso with that good speed made it a close play at first, but Bennick with that gun of an arm over there at third will get her. Now Megan Wooster, the catcher. As Mill River has already beaten Fairhaven once this year. I couldn't tell you the score. And that's going to be Burden in foul territory, making the grab for out number two. So able to battle the sun and battle the wind, and she'll make the grab. And you can see Lee really has worked hard to get control, and you can see the gust of wind coming up right there. And what they stop the play for is there's debris on the field that blew out from the dugout area. And we are set for Brooke Ryan, the Fairhaven shortstop. She'll lay off that first pitch. Yeah, hard to believe the spring season winding down, waiting for the playoffs to come up for both baseball, softball, and youth league ball, so I'll know where I'm going and what I'm covering. Because I'll be there. I still have another Proctor High School boys varsity baseball game to do for you. They'll take on Green Mountain. I'll have that game for you, weather permitting. That's going to be down to short. Dambrakis up clean, the throw, and a 1-2-3 inning defensively for Mill River. They'll come up in the bottom of the first, scoreless on Munger Vision. We'll watch Fairhaven's Erin Bora take her final warm-ups. She's obviously the pitcher. She's in the circle. Megan Wooster will be the catcher, and then down at first base defensively for Fairhaven will be Brittany Murray. Lorene Stannard is at second base. Brooke Ryan, the shortstop. Jackie Moeller is at third base. Leading things off here will be Amanda Lee. to be followed by Kayla Plouffe. This is the Mill River top 4 batting order. Chelsea Redenis batting number 3, and Brandy Bennick in the cleanup spot. So in a scoreless game in the bottom of the first, Bora. That's hit mile. That's at a mile. Oh, what a catch by Mancuso! Oh, what a way to get the game going. She'll show the ball. She tracked out about 25 to 30 feet with the wind, carrying the ball away from her, and she'll make the grab, and I got it all on tape. Nice catch by Mancuso. A loud first out. Kayla Plouffe up now, and I tell you, to have a center fielder like that up they talk about being strong up the middle. That's a good example right there. What they mean, that'll be a ball. So Lee got the ball up in that wind tunnel, and she hit it very well. And then Mancuso with the great catch. And Plouffe, one of those seniors they honored before the game. It's on the infield, and it's caught for the out number 2, and I'm just waiting for a jersey number. Brittany Murray will make the grab right there for the second out. So each pitcher bidding to have a 1-2-3 defensive inning. And now Chelsea Redenis, second baseman for Mill River, and a senior, and getting set to face Bora. And yes, it looks like they're going to have it. And did she make the grab? Did she? I'm waiting for it. She's got the ball, and you know what happened? She was out of play. Good catch. All that good stuff, but she was out of play. That was Brittany Murray over there. So that would just, whoops, sorry about that. So that would just be a strike. I don't know why. I looked down and my hand went up. So already a lot of good plays. We're not even an inning into the ball game. That'll be slapped straight back on that big swing in them, just underneath it by a little bit. Brandy Bennick on deck if Redenis can extend the inning here. And so the second baseman for Mill River, taking her time, will step in the box. Bora in the circle, has been around the strike zone all 3 batters she's faced. That time she'll be high for a ball. The wind and the sun will be a factor on fly balls. We've already seen how it will carry on that opening fly ball by Amanda Lee. Bora into the motion will just be outside. You see the catcher Worcester try to snap that back into the strike zone and steal a call, but couldn't sell the umpire on it. Again, Redenis looking down. Gary McDonald, the head coach at third base, and taking on that one in low for a ball. I don't know if I ever did get to the outfield for Fairhaven. It's Courtney Joyle, Allie Mancuso, and Shelby Parent in the outfield for Fairhaven. Slater's in the blue. They're in the field defensively. They were retired in order, and they'll be high for ball 4. So the first base runner of the game, now Bennick up, a senior. Bennick took a while, took about 4 games to find her confidence in her stroke and the bat, but she's been hot since, and she has stayed hot, and she has been a tremendous hitter for Mill River this year. And the runner going down, the throw coming, and she'll be safe. The throw was just a tad high, and that's what gave Redenis a chance to slide in underneath the tag. So Bennick now with a runner in scoring position for the Minutemen. You're watching PEGTV, Channel 15 Sports. The website is www.pegtv.com. You can click video on demand, pick what event or game you want to watch. There's a swing and a miss by Bennick on a drop ball strike. We're on the internet, so you can watch us anywhere in the universe. Not just the world, the universe. Bora. Take that up and outside, and you see Redenis dancing around at second base, daring him to make a play on her. Bora got the first 2 batters out. And then she walked Redenis, and she's behind in the count here to Bennick. That is going to be, it's going to be told this time. You see Murray lay off, but the umpire told her to let it go. It was in that out of play line, so that'll even it up though at a 2-2 count. Mill River bidding to get the first score of the game here in the bottom of the first. That's foul ball. Runner's got to go back. Yeah, fouled back and just off from Worcester, the catcher, and out of play. So I've already mentioned that Proctor varsity baseball taking on Green Mountain. I'll have that game for you, weather permitting. I have Killington taking on Proctor Youth League baseball. Full count. So a lot of good sports still left to go. We'll see where West Rutland girls varsity softball ends up for playoff situations. And that looks to be playable, and no, it'll be off from the glove. And that's going to score a run, and you can see going into second base will be Bennett. So Redenis will come in to score. And that went off from the glove of Shelby Parent. And again, well hit and got up in that air current, and now Casey Dambrakis up the shortstop. Big swing and a miss, so she wound up for that and came up empty. So should be down in the count 0-1. Bora probably should have been out of this inning by now with no damage done. And that's going to be a gapper. That's going to do a lot of damage. Bennett will score. Dambrakis with tremendous speed is going to cut the bag, take third. And she's going to go into third base and be told to throttle down, and that's going to go out of play. Yep, that's out of play, dead ball. So Dambrakis will come home on the throwing error. And boy, I tell you, they had 2 outs, and all of a sudden, all this damage being done. 3 runs coming in. Now, Taryn Redenis up. Bases are clean, and it's a 3-0 Mill River lead. Again, that was a legitimate hit. But then the throw was wide and of its target, went out of play, and that's what allowed the runner to be awarded home base. So 3-0 Mill River. And Bora put some pop on the ball, came inside, and Redenis turned away from the pitch, and we'll look down to Coach McDonald to get the sign. On a warm, sunny day on Munger Vision. That's put into play and through the legs of Brooke Ryan, and I'm not criticizing anybody, but you can kind of see some of the misplays here, and that's what's led for him to have this less than stellar season. Oh, you got to get the fundamentals down, the solid play, the simple plays. And this will be Allie Burden up now with 2 down and a runner at first. There goes the runner to throw coming down, and they're going to have her. Yeah, they got her. That's the 3rd out, but 3 runs for the Minutemen. They'll have a 3-0 lead as we head into the top of the 2nd over Fairhaven. Brittany Murray leading things off here for the Fairhaven Slaters. And best thing Fairhaven can do is just respond to those 3 runs. Come back and get a run or 2 or 3 here, but don't go down in order. Get on base, start getting in the game that way. It's only a 3-run deficit. You can get right back in the contest. Lee. That's hard hit. Dambrakis with a nice grab. Throw to first. That's a good play by Casey Dambrakis. That was a well-hit ball by Murray. That's 4 in a row retired by Lee. Now Courtney Joyle, the left fielder, up there for Fairhaven. Again, Bob Gregory is the head coach for the Slaters, and Gary McDonald, the head coach for Mill River. And that looks to be like Kachupi's got a beat on it. And yeah, she'll make the grab for out number 2. A very efficient outing so far for Lee. Not throwing a lot of pitches, not getting down in the count. Her defense playing very solid behind her. And Stannard up. So Stannard does now become 6 in a row set down by Lee. Well, I'll tell you, we've seen some leather flashed here, starting with Mancuso. With that great grab, tracking the ball down. Well, at least it would have been a double for Lee. And that last play there by Dambrakis. Now be able to play down the first base line for 2 strikes. It's Stannard making contact here. He's got to get it back in the field of play. They'll chase down some of these foul balls and let the umpires get reloaded with spare balls. Lee, right a little bit high and outside. Tell you, she's got a lot of velocity on her pitches. considering how very slender built she is. But she's really picked up accuracy and been able to add speed. Oh, nice change up. Got her for the strikeout. That's 6 in a row, retired by Lee. 3-0 Mill River. And Allie Burden back at the plate. Remember, she was the batter when they got Redenis stealing. So it'll be Burden, Kachupi, and Wade due up. Bora in the circle. She did not pitch bad at all. There was some pretty solid hits against her, but her defense really has to get tight behind her. So Burden will get a base hit as Mancuso will come up and stop the ball, and it lands in center field on the bounce, and then it's going to be a base hit for Burden. And it hasn't taken Mill River very long to get those base runners moving. Around the base is not Kachupi up. She's hit the ball very well this season for her first year of varsity ball for the Minutemen. And a strike call. Got the inside corner. Nice pitch by Bora down and inside to the right-hander. Of course, Mill River getting the split with Otter Valley. That's foul ball, they're saying. All that for nothing. Yeah, foul ball. Yeah, just reset. Bring the runner Burden back to first, and the batter Kachupi back into home base. Yes, the split with Otter Valley was very big for Mill River. As Mancuso in center field getting set now. And that's going to drop in again. So base hit again. Picked up by Mancuso, and you see Burden up at third base. So runners at first and third. Kachupi and Burden with back-to-back singles for Mill River. Lynn Wade. And then top of the order, Amanda Lee. So Mill River looking to add to that 3-0 lead here. As Bora will be high and outside, and the runner off, and they're going to concede the base shot. So Kachupi will go in standing up down at second base. And Bora in a little pickle here, and that's going to be off from the catcher Shingard, and that, yeah, the runners are going to score easily on that play. And not only did Burden come in to score, but then going to third base was Kachupi. Yeah, and as they sort it out, everything's set. It's 4-0 Mill River now from Lynn Wade. Still at the plate. And she'll skip all the way to that, and here comes another run. Yeah. So the bases will be cleaned now for Wade as it goes 5-0 Mill River on some wild pitches. Wooster doing what she can back there, jumping around and trying to block the ball, but that's a tough task for a catcher. As they wait for the umpire to get set, see him get his mask on, then he'll say to the pitcher, yep, ready to bring the ball to home base. And that's going to be, oh, it's going to be, I tell you what, that pretty much epitomizes how the season's gone for Fairhaven. Murray did everything she could do, but it was like somebody rubbed olive oil on the softball. She just couldn't get a handle on it. So Wade will be on. That's the fourth error of the ballgame unofficially, and Amanda Lee up now. And she gave the ball quite a ride in the first inning. Mancuso with a great catch on the run to retire her. And that's a strike called outside corner. So Amanda Lee, pitcher for Mill River, is going to have a base hit through the hole at short. And the ball will be picked up, and yep, runners will be at first and second. As Mill River got the stroke going today on these pitches. Kayla Plouffe, she popped up to the second baseman. Standard for the actually I think it was Murray. I think I marked it down wrong. She popped out her first time up. And so Bora got her to go down low and foul that pitch off. Strike one. 3 runs in the first for the Minutemen, and 2 so far here in the second, in the makings of a big inning. As runners at first and second with nobody down. And they're at the 2-3-4 spot in the batting order. Trying to bunt, and she committed to it, and it's a strike. Yeah, talking about the Mill River squad splitting with Otter Valley and then splitting with Springfield. That was a big win. They lost here, I think it was 18-7, Springfield winning, and then down in Springfield, and River coming back to win that game. Those were big wins. Showed improvement through the season. And a good job by Worcester going up and grabbing that, so it won't become a wild pitch. And you can see the batter set. Caleb Plouffe wasting no time getting in the box, and that's going to be back to the pitcher, and oh, yeah, they're going to eat that. Bases will be loaded, and there really should be 2 outs in the inning. Bases are loaded, and it'll bring up Chelsea Redenis. And Redenis, I believe, walked in the first inning. So with no outs, like I said, this has got the makings of a big, big inning for Mill River. Now Fairhaven can turn a double play here, or somehow not allow any more runs to come in. That could be a momentum builder for Fairhaven. Bora looking in, Worcester with the target set, and the pitcher, that's going to get a lot of runs in. Nope, 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 foul ball they're saying. Okay, well, you know, everybody took off, and I just followed the action, but that would be a foul ball, and we'll just reset the situation. Bases loaded, nobody out in the top or bottom of the second. It's 5-0 Mill River. And Redenis ready as Bora will get down a wild pitch and score as Worcester chased it down. And you see Plouffe tumbling over second base. So Wade will score. Lee goes to third. Plouffe goes to second. And Redenis still at the plate. And 6-0 to score. The Minutemen. Oh, I'll tell you what, another base hit. That will bring Lee in this time. And advance Plouffe to third. And they've got some real legitimate, decent base hits. Now Bennick up. Remember, Bennick had a towering shot to right field that should have been caught, but it wasn't. And should step out on that pitch, and it was strike one. And Redenis will steal second. Well, actually, they conceded second base to Redenis. Casey Dambrakis on deck for Mill River. And Bora came in high that time, found the plate but high, as there's still nobody out, and this is the 7th batter to come to the plate for Mill River in this inning. And that'll be well outside for a ball. A lot more sports coming up for you on PEGTV Channel 15. Just because summer comes and then school ends doesn't mean that it's over. We've got the Proctor All-Star Tournament out at the Little League level. And that's going to allow the run. Yep, Plouffe will come in, and Redenis will go to second on the wild pitch. So it's 5 runs, making it 8-0 right now. 5 runs this inning. And Bennick stepping back in, getting set. And that's going to be a foul ball out of play. It doesn't seem that long ago that Fairhaven was sitting on top of the softball world with Angel McGaw as the pitcher, and they won 3 straight state championships. Swing and a miss, and the first out will come on a strikeout. It's kind of cool because Otter Valley, congratulations to Patty Candid and the group, defeated Linden to end their 79-game winning streak. And there was some names thrown around, and you know, professional media. So you know, I was at, oh, that's going to be a base hit. That's going to score another run, and that'll be scooped up and picked up and thrown in by Joyle. She'll miss the cutoff, and yeah, they're going to allow her to get to second base. And again, boy, little things like that, missing the cutoff. Now the 9th batter, Taryn Redenis at the plate. And I have to do the score. I have to add up the score here. Oh, but they were talking about, like one of the Herald guys was talking about he was there watching the last time Linden lost, which was against senior Angela McGaw in Fairhaven in that championship game for the Division II state title. And of course, they said at that time the legendary radio sports guy was there in the crowd watching it. Well, nobody ever mentioned. I videotaped and called that game, which means I have recorded on tape and on disc the last Linden loss prior to that 79-game winning streak. Fairhaven won that game 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th. There's a 2-run homer hit against Angela McGaw, landed out by the ambulance service, which we were videotaping from. And that's going to be a base hit, yeah. And Dambrakis given the green light. She's coming home. And she'll be at second. She'll be safe. Second and third as Burden with a tremendous shot there. I don't know how I missed it. I missed Dennis completely. She's at third base somehow. Burden at second, and now Katrupi up. We're only in the second inning. And this, she's got the look of a mercy rule game. And yeah, we're going to have a pitching change, and I'll catch up in my bookwork. Courtney Christian is the new pitcher. She inherits 1 out and a strikeout and a runner at second and third. 10th, 11th batter to come to the plate here. It's 10-0, Mill River with the lead. And that'll be a ball. I don't think Bohr was throwing the ball bad. I mean, she did allow, 3-4 runs on wild pitches. Now I'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Oh, but getting back to the Linden Institute 79-game winning streak. It just kind of seemed irrelevant to anybody, or they forgot about it, or it was because I'm not a paid professional media. That's a shot. That she'll make the stop, Joyle, and the ball will come in, and they're going to have 2 more runs coming in. Yeah. That I actually was there also, and I videotaped the championship game. 2 runs coming in on Katrupi's base hit, making it 12-0. And now Lynn Wade up. Wade up for the second time here in this inning. And that's going to be up the middle. Mancuso will scoop it up and fire it into second base. And that's how you get the ball back into play, is Wade will have a single. Top of the order, Amanda Lee up for the 3rd time already in the ball game. We're only in the 2nd inning. Oh, we got to go at least. Braven's got to get up 5 times to bat before the mercy rule will kick in. And a base hit up the middle as she'll fire the ball in again. And this got to be frustrating for the seniors on Fairhaven squad. Now Caleb Plouffe up. And grab a courtesy runner coming in for Mill River. She'll come and replace Amanda Lee. And I believe it's Campo. And so I think this is Plouffe. Yeah, Plouffe up. And she is going to tee off on it. They're going to come home for the force out, and she'll drop the ball and she'll be safe. Man, oh man. Oh, I'm not getting on. Believe me, I'm not criticizing the kids. It's just kind of almost scratch your head. It's almost like a screenplay, the Bad News Bears, that they can't make a play. And they're good athletes. I've seen them in other sports. It's just kind of mind-boggling. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's 13-0 Fairhaven, trailing Mill River. As Chelsea Redden is coming up, this is Seniors Day for Mill River, their final regular season home game. Christian. And that was a ball, they said. Oh yeah, I mean the other portion of this equation is you've got to go 5 innings before it's a mercy rule, unless they just throw the towel in, but I don't think you'll see that. There's 2 outs and she'll hold the ball, so they'll get the second out on a little blooper to second base where Standard made the grab. Now Brandy Bennick up. She struck out once in this inning. she'll step in, and I think this is her first chance looking at Christian pitch. And it'll be outside by a little bit, and he called the ball. As Boris started the game, went an inning plus, and there is a strike. And I'm looking, I don't think they plugged Bora into a different position. I'm looking all around the field, and I don't see a number 3 anywhere. Or, I mean, I'm sorry, number 11 anywhere. That's to Ryan, to second. They'll get the force out, and the inning's over. And I'll tally it up again, but I think it's 13-0 Mill River after 2. This is Bora's spot in the order, but it's Christian, I believe. Oh, and they hit her. Yeah. Well, that's a rude awakening to come to the ballgame like that, but Christian will be hit by a pitch. And she'll be at first base, and she becomes the first base runner for Fairhaven. That took 2+ innings. And she was hit by a pitch. So Shelby Parent up now. And Fairhaven going to get a courtesy runner in there and see how aggressive. I mean, they've got to really kind of pin their ears back and go full throttle here. They've got a lot of work to do. They're down 13 runs in the third. Swing and a miss, and that'll be Hannah Corda is over there. She is the courtesy runner. So Corda in to run for Fairhaven. I gotta be honest with you, I hadn't seen Fairhaven play yet. Strike on a swing and a miss. Might have actually been even foul tipped. And you know, I track them. I keep track of them. I see some of the scores, and I go, "Woo!" But I didn't expect this to be so, not so one-sided, but just the. Oh, wow! I think they got a very generous call there. They're going to say she's out. That Dambrakis lost ball on the transfer. I don't think she ever had it long enough to get it on the transfer, but it's irrelevant what I think. So a fielder's choice for Parent, and now Jess Wood up. So Wood is the number 9 batter in the order, top of the order on deck, and that's going to be down to Redenis to Burden. They'll get the out. And Parent going down to second base. Now Allie Mancuso up. She grounded out to third. She grounded out to Bennick first time up. So 2 down, runner at second. First time today Fairhaven's had a runner in scoring position. And Mancuso, big swing, and ball got away from the catcher, Plouffe. And that allows Parent to go down to third base. And Mancuso switching bats, and see if she switched sides of the plate here. And she's got a chance to get the first run of the ball game in here for Fairhaven. Yeah, and what happened, I had to call time. A baseball from the boys game came over onto the field. That happened several times throughout a contest here. But no, I didn't expect this to be so. I just didn't think Fairhaven could be as bad as the scores I've been looking at. And it is. It's just simple mistakes. Missing a cutoff, not catching a pop fly, ground balls being bobbled. I mean, it's all just needs more correctable work. Strikes are out. That's the inning. They'll strand one. We'll say 13-0 Mill River with the lead. I believe it's Dambrakis up. That was a long second inning, and it was strange before when I got to the ball game. I did a Proctor Rutland Town Youth League game last night, and had my scorebook there and stuff, and didn't really think much of it. Put it in the car and came to this game today. Oh, and that's going to drop in. Yep. And Dambrakis swinging the bat well here in the second part of the season. Will be on base yet again today. Oh, but I got to this game today and opened up my book, and I used all my pages. I used all my spots. Taryn Redenis up, so Coach McDonald ripped the page out of his book and gave it to me. So it's a little different, because usually it's going to be a chance for a double play. No, base hit. Mancuso, been very busy in center field, fires the ball in the second, and there'll be runners at first and second now for Mill River. Yeah, because usually I hang my scorebook off the tripod. I can't do that with just a page, and of course it's windy. Allie Burden up now. First and second, and nobody down. We're in the third. And I don't think we're going to go past 5 today. Christian on in relief of Bora. And that will be a base hit, and that's they're gonna hold Dan Brackus at third, and it'll load the bases up. So back to back to back singles. And Haley Kachupi, who's been a good hitter all season long at the plate in a 13-0 game. And they're going to make another pitching change for Fairhaven. Ryan becomes the third Fairhaven pitcher. She comes in with a tough situation. Bases loaded, nobody down. And Kachupi at the plate, Lynn Wade on deck. River already up by 13. And that'll be outside for a ball. Wooster behind the plate, doing a lot of hard work today in the hot sun at the catcher spot. Kachupi waits, pitch coming. And good pop on it, just a little high. Is that Mill River dugout just buzzing, full of energy today. And that one will be called a strike at the belt to Kachupi. She's still up in the count. You know, there's a walk, and that'll force in a run. That'll be the 14th run. It's Dan Brackus coming in. And now Lynn Wade up. Wade came in and scored a run today. Can remember this whole day kicked off with a Seniors Day celebration for Mill River, since it's their final regular season home game. I do think, you know, looking at the schedule and their record, they'll get at least one home playoff game. Mill River should. I believe West Rutland girls will probably get at least one home playoff game. Proctor boys are on their way to a home playoff game. I have the Youth League tournament, playoff tournament coming up, and then in July the Youth League All-Star tournament. And Wade will strike out. There's the first out of the inning, and now Amanda Lee up. And Lee has hit the ball very hard today, and she's going to do some damage. That's going to be out in the gap. 1 run. Here comes run number 2. And they're going to hold Lee up at second base. So Lee will drive in Taryn Rodenis, Allie Burden. Kachupi ends up at third. And now Kayla Plouffe. You can see we're bringing a courtesy runner in for the Mill River pitcher. And Lee will get in that shade in the dugout, get hydrated up, get ready to come out and pitch at some point. So there's only 1 out, and they're on their way to having another bat around here. That's a ball. Well, there's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They sent 16 batters to the plate in the second inning. Mill River did. Can't catch up to that rise ball, and that's a strike. They scored 10 runs in the second, 3 in the first, and 3 so far here in the third. We're at 16-0 Mill River. And that's going to be out of play. There's Brooke Ryan. Started the game at shortstop. She's now been inserted into the circle. She's the pitcher for Fairhaven. And that'll be a bit high. Yeah, Mancuso instructed him, get the play at first. I can do the math just like she can, and I'd take the outs over the runs right now. And they're not going to worry about it. That's going to be a base hit, and that's going to roll a long ways. Plouffe can run like a deer. Got at least a triple. See if they send her. Go home, Coach McDonald says, and Plouffe will come in with a home run. Oh, yeah, and she's a little stoked over it. On Seniors Day, she tags one down the right field line for a home run. A 3-run homer also. So So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs so far this inning. Makes it 19-0 Mill River. And this should be Chelsea Redenis at the plate. These are games that are hard to keep track of. My book, it's basically solid colored right now for my. And foul ball. And it's a good thing it was. As the outfielders, I can hear chat here for Fairhaven. They want to know how many outs there are. They've been out here a long time. I haven't. It's just one. I won't tell them that because that'd probably be disheartening to them. But and so Redenis all set now. She get back in the box. Brooke Ryan, good pitch, real good pitch right there. A lot of velocity in on the fist, good location, and a foul ball strike. Hey, Wooster, you get behind the plate for these innings where you're facing 13, 14, 15, 16 batters at a time. That's the person you got sympathy for? It's the catcher. Oh, good job. It's a ball, but Wooster trying to sneak it back in the strike zone and maybe get a call for Fairhaven, but that will be called a ball. And it was a ball. And Redenis will go down on strikes. Now whether she held up or was in the strike zone, I do not know, but she's rung up. And now Bennick, the 9th batter, coming to the plate. So Brandy Bennick, who I think's had a good season. I know she's awful critical of herself. I'll be interested to see what she thinks. And she got hit in the fanny, so she will go to first base. Well, if you gotta get hit, that's the place to get hit. And she's lucky it wasn't like a McGaw or a Danielle Hendy or somebody throws in the 60-mile-an-hour range. So Casey Dambrakis up, and she'll look at strike one. And Bennick stayed at first that time. I'm not saying they won't steal and run or on pass ball at least take the base, but they're up 19-0, I believe. And that's going to be out play. Yeah, it was 13 coming into this inning, and then they've scored 6 runs. So, and even with my poor education from good old RHS, I have it at 19-0. And it will be caught by Parent. That's the inning. We'll go to the 4th, and we're up by a bunch. So to the 4th we go, and it should be Megan Wooster, the catcher, getting set as the umpire checking on the scorebook, see if the two scores match. I have it as 19-0. And even though I always say I'm unofficial, I'm usually pretty good in the book. So we'll get set here for the 4th. Phelps has gone in to play first base. Sierra Phelps is at first for Mill River. Redenis has moved to Chelsea Redenis has gone from second to short. And I should know, number 10, I've said her name, and I've said it wrong all year, I think, but it's Campo at second base, replacing, it's Dambrakis that's left the game. That's why they've shifted everybody around. Bennick remains the third. Holler is in the center field position. Wade is in right field, and that is Pritchard, the left fielder. So some defensive changes in there for the Minutemen. Is there just the kind of game now, you got it won, you just need to get through the 4th and 5th inning. You don't want any injuries this late in the season. You don't want any injuries at all, but especially this late in the season. That'll be a foul ball out of play. And we'll stay with 2 strikes. On the leadoff batter for Fairhaven in the 4th, Megan Wooster. Brooke Ryan due up, and then Brittany Murray. That should be the 3 that come up and face Amanda Lee. And that's going to be a base hit, as Holler will hustle to it and get the ball, and that's going to be over the second baseman's head and in front of the center fielder. I have it as the first base hit. Not the first base runner, but the first base hit. Now Brooke Ryan up. So that, to me, broke up what could have been a no-hitter by Lee, which is irrelevant right now. It's important just to get the win. And they have a courtesy runner coming in for Wooster. And a good job right there, since she, that's Mandigo, Heather Mandigo in the ball game. They're going to throw down. Yeah, and the Plouffe did the right thing. Nobody covered the bag, so she threw to the bag. And that is not the wrong thing. You've got a new second baseman and a new shortstop out there, and they never talked over who's going to take the throw. In what situation here? You got a right-handed batter up. And Ryan, so they should have worked out who was going to take the throw. But Plouffe did what I would have done. You're taught to throw to the bag, and actually it went right across second base. It was a beautiful throw. That's going to be put into play to short. Right, that's third. That's Bennick, and got her. Nope, she'll be off the bag. Yeah, so Phelps came off the bag, and they'll be first and third now for Fairhaven. First time today I can remember multiple base runners for the Slaters. Brittany Murray at the plate. She grounded out to the shortstop position her only time up as they get a second look through the lineup now at Amanda Lee's stuff. That'll be a ball. Mill River, I know they have to execute. I understand that. But they're getting more concerned with the base runners than focusing on getting the out at the plate. That made me eat my words. That was a good pitch. That probably was the best pitch velocity-wise and location-wise and movement-wise on their ice ball that Lee is throwing all day was right there. And that was, getting a lot of pop on it. That was out of the strike zone. And so Amanda Lee, boy, she had to duck all the way to that one, and that was hit hard. And Fairhaven's going to get a run here. They'll get one back, making it 19-1. An RBI for Brittany Murray. And now 2 on with nobody down for Courtney Joyle. And Coach McDonald trying to get his team back that intensity that they started the game in. That was a good pitch. Swung through it, and that'll be a strike one. As Coach Gregory wanting her attention to look down, and tell you what, they've shortened up their stroke, and that's going to drop in front of Holler. They'll go to third, and safe they're going to call. Bennick will come up, look to the umpire, but Mill asked for help from the home base umpire, and he got it, and they called her safe. Yeah, so Joyle will be at first, Murray at second, and Ryan at third, and Stannard up. So Stannard due up. Yeah, so nobody down and one run in here. Oh, it would be the greatest comeback in history if Fairhaven pulled this off. It's good to see him have some momentum here. They'll have a positive to build on. Nice stop by Plouffe, and runners stay put. The key thing here is, I mean, once you get it started, keep it going. You've got no outs, bases loaded. Take advantage of this situation. Make a big inning out of it. Lee was just kind of cruising along, gave up her first official hit of the ball game this inning. And now she's having a little bit of focus problem finding the strike zone. And she's working at a real quick clip between pitches here. That'll be a strike. As Stannard went down low to get it, if in fact it is Stannard. And that will be called a strike. Yep, he rung her up, so that's going to be a strikeout and second out. Oh, I'm sorry, the first out. Now Christian up. She's batting in Bora's spot. She was the second pitcher used by Fairhaven. And that's a good pitch at the knee, strike one. And Fairhaven looking to climb back out of that hole this inning. That'll be out of play. But yeah, I mean, you got the bases loaded and now one out, but you haven't loaded with no outs. You've got to punch in runs. They have one run, but that wouldn't be the inning, a good inning if that's all they come out of the swing with. And that'll be too far inside. Lee gave it a long look, but won't get the call, and that'll be called a ball. And she committed to it, and she knew it. She'll go down swinging for out number 2. 4 strikeouts in the ball game for Amanda Lee. Now Shelby Parent up. And again, Fairhaven went from a bases loaded no out situation to a bases loaded 2 out situation. And that's going to be over the glove, and that's going to drive in a lot of runs. There's 1 coming in, 2 coming in right there, and yeah, going to hold her up. So 2 more runs will come in for the Slaters. Lee will back up the ball. There it is. And Parent at second base with 2 RBIs. And now Jess Wood due up. And that pitch too far inside, maybe a little bit high also. So a very productive inning now. 3 runs in for Fairhaven. They've cut it down to a 19-3 lead. And Plouffe went low, kept the ball in play. Runners at second and third. And it's Parent at second base. Just drove in 2 runs. And that'll be foul. So that'll go as a strike as they retrieve some of these foul balls. They'll reload the umpire. Lee wanted that specific ball back, and she's happy with it. So right down the pipe for a strike. Nothing too fancy there. Just reared back and let her fly. So looking for that third out. Nope. Almost got her to chase it, but that will be a ball in the dirt to Wood. So Lee into the windup, and going to come back to Lee. She'll take her time and get it. So Fairhaven will get 3 runs in the 4th. Will be 19-3 going in the bottom of the 4th, Mill River. That is Taryn Rodenis at the plate in the 4th. Burden on deck, and then Kachupi. As Brooke Ryan in the circle, firing away with a strike there. And that one just a little bit high, and couldn't get her to chase it. Yeah, Mill River with 3 runs in the 1st, 10 in the 2nd, and 6 in the 3rd to account for their 19 runs. And it'll be a ball high again. And it looks to me like Parent's playing first defensively. Standard's at second. Murray's gone to short. And that'll be a ball also. And Moeller is at third. That should be a walk. And now Burden up. She scored 3 runs today, Burden has. I can see Mancuso, Christian, and Joyle are the outfielders for Fairhaven. Dennis staying put right now down at first base. And this is Phelps up, I'm sorry. And I'll be out of play. So Sierra Phelps getting her first at-bat today. That's right, defensively she went into play first in place of Burden. Burden in the warm-ups took a throw right off the foot. So I don't know if it's more she's out for that or just because other people are getting playing time right now. And so Brooke Ryan looking for a shorter inning of work here. As Fairhaven pitchers have been extended all day in the first 3 frames. And nice pitch. She will get Phelps out for the first out of this inning, 4th inning. And now Kachupi up. Kachupi has scored 3 runs today. And I believe, yeah, we got a new, Pritchard, that's who it is, Pritchard. She will swing through that and be a strike. So Pritchard getting a chance to bat. And that'll be ball outside, yes. I tell you, Brooke Ryan's got some movement on her pitches, that's for sure. Changed pace right there. I wouldn't call that a change up. I certainly took some speed off the ball and got Pritchard to swing at it. That looks playable. And there's out number 2, so Fairhaven looking for an inning that they can say they made a defensive stop. Lynn Wade up. She scored a run today. Yeah, Mill River scored in all 3 innings. This is the 4th. They're looking to be held scoreless here by Fairhaven, or Fairhaven looking to hold them scoreless. Is that handcuffed Wooster, and Redennis will be down at second base now with 2 down. Wade's making good contact today. Good decision to lay off that rise ball. So in the hot sun at Mill River. Good stop behind the plate by Wooster. And that will keep the runner at second base. Wooster's been very active behind the plate today and has been giving up her body to stop the ball at all costs. Good job by the catcher for Fairhaven. That one right down the pipe for a strike. So taking, I believe, a 3-ball count was Wade. That's a foul ball. Yep. So I think it's a full count. I could be wrong. And again, Fairhaven down by 16 at 19-3. And that is going to be a foul ball. Went right off the fist. I mean, you couldn't get any tighter to the fist than that. And you see Wade heading back to get the bat back in her hand. As that's Redennis still down at second base. And that's going to be the inning, and they'll hold them scoreless. And we'll come to the top of the 5th. Fairhaven needing a couple runs to extend the ball game past the 5th. So in the 5th, it'll be the top of the order: Mancuso, Wooster, and Ryan. Down by 16, the Mauricio Rule reads a team trailing by 15 runs or more and has had 5 full innings of batting at the plate. That's when the Mauricio Rule can be called up. Which means at the end of this inning, at the end of this at-bats, these top of the 5th, if Mill River still leads by 15 or more, that's the ball game. And that'll be called a strike. Yeah, I think Mill River finishes up the regular season with a trip down to Manchester to take on Burton. And that's going to be caught by Lee, and there's one down. Lee has pitched very well. She kind of lost her focus the last inning, but she gets the first out here. And now Wooster up. Wooster scored a run for Fairhaven back in the 4th last inning. Lee shakes off the first 2 signs, wants to go outside. That's going to be playable. Caught by Pritchard for the second out of the 5th. Nice job by Madeline Pritchard. Very calm and confident on it. Now Brooke Ryan up. She has also scored a run for Fairhaven. Fairhaven had a 3-run 4th. That was their offense today. And I believe that was a foul ball right into the catcher's mitt. Nice job by Plouffe. Lee with a big windup and got an 0-2 count. Okay, said unofficially, Ivor for 4 strikeouts in the ballgame. And she'll serve it up and just miss outside. That was a good eye by Ryan, and that was a good idea by Lee, the pitcher, just to bring a little bit out of the strike zone. And that one just slipped out of her hand. 2-2 the count. So on Seniors Day, it has been a Mill River day, as they scored early and they scored often. See Lee again shaking off the first couple signs. Went change up, and that is the ball game. What a nice job with the change up there. So Lee knew what she wanted to throw, and she threw it in there. And you see the Mill River gang gathered around head coach Gary McDonald. So congratulations to Mill River. They'll have a 19-3 win over Fairhaven. You know, keep plugging away for Fairhaven. Go back to the drawing board and just get the basics down. Just get the ground ball, routine ground ball fielded, the pop-ups caught, and things will work out for you. For Munger Vision, get out there, support your student athletes, and always support PEGTV.